go over here and look. We got everything all set up. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin TMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. We didn't get the crazy queued up yet. So let's get that over there going. And a special shout out to the drum because this is really crazy. And I'm gonna have to look it up. April Fools, we're ready today. Okay, we got to get to the beginning. And let's get over to this. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a little more relaxed today as usual. Let's go here and we got it. Here, okay, so this is today's news.
Were you extorted by an enormous green owl? Have you been physically or emotionally injured by Duolingo? Did you want to learn a new language but lost your streak and your loved ones? Did you receive disturbing threats such as Spanish or vanish, French or the trench, Japanese or broken knees? If you're a victim of the Duolingo owl, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Peter Francis Manchetti, attorney at law. Over the past decade, I've recovered 537 family members, friends, and precious pets from Duo. Now let me and my elite team of legal professionals at Manchetti & Sons LLC fight for you.
Learning a new language was supposed to be fun and easy. Well, if you've ever been thrown in the trunk of a car and driven across state lines by a huge green owl, you know that there's nothing fun and easy about Duolingo.
Duo took my family. Next, he took my Funko Pop collection. Manchetti & Sons brought my case to trial, and I won $2.7 million, which numbs the sting of never seeing my husband and children again.
Text or call Manchetti & Sons now at 781.
That's the son. Good night. So anyway, Duolingo, if you've ever tried to learn a new language, I was going to try and say that in Spanish. Entiendo español. I only had 5 years in college, and it was enough time in Spanish-speaking countries that I should do better. You know that the best way to learn a language is probably to be kidnapped and taken there for about 6 months and really learn it right. But anyway, let's get on to the real news, which isn't real today because it's April Fool's Day today. And now I didn't want to tell you that, but I think you figured it out. Okay, so thanks to Kendra Clark, we've got a host of stories, way too much to cover. Is Iceland high? Supposedly, Iceland has launched CBD hash browns. Now, I don't know if this is a particular chain named Iceland, but anyway, Aldi takes on Ryanair. And I'm guessing that my mom used to love Aldi. She was the first person I knew who shopped there. My wife likes it. Fans responded, if they can get through security as fast as shopping goes at Aldi checkout, then I'm all for it. And that is true. I have only been through Aldi a few times, but man, they have it down. They have this long conveyor belt. And then they have a cart over there, and the checker basically just zings them through. They just like this right through the scanner. Bing, 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 bing. Doesn't worry about the bagger or anything else. You do that yourself. They figured out how to do that. And so I think they would run an excellent airline. Pot Noodles does a joint venture with Papa John's. This is stuff that these brands actually have done. Aldi put this out over on Twitter. Excuse me. And it gets worse. Here, Walker's came up with a giant-sized chip that you can put on your sandwiches because after research, they found out that 98% of the nation agreed that crisps make sandwiches better. Okay, Ocado's Britain. I put the circle in so you could see it, but this is meat. This is peas, this is potatoes, and this is like Cinnabons, I think, on the top. Ugh. Anyway, here's the Duolingo thing. They put this out. I put the YouTube link so you can get you can see the whole video in the show notes if you want to. Just highlight that and away you go. And they put together, and I have a link here for the TikTok where the another attorney is interrogating the Duo Owl, and the Duo Owl says, that's obviously not me. It doesn't even look like me. It's Big Bird impersonating me and some other such nonsense. Here's a vodka company announcing the first hot tub hot dog. First hot tub. They get worse. This is a Kotex announced a chocolate pad melt away. Anyway, you have to read the show notes. Heilman's partnered with Butterfinger Candy Bar to make a mashup, and Native created a cabbage cucumber and basil scented aftershave, and Gusto says that pets deserve gourmet food subscription boxes also. Anyway, okay, so very much thanks. I don't know if how did Kendra round these all up ahead of time? I don't know, but it got published today, and it's excellent work. Excellent work by the drum, I have to say. Okay, here's a follow-up on an article I talked about on Monday, which was 4 reasons why direct mail was not dead. After a little bit of detective work, I found the author, Catherine McKay, and she wrote back to me, and she said, and I'll just read it. This is excellent. Excellent insights into South Africa. Thanks, John. I wrote the article for ARC South Africa, which is an agency down there. Our particular success story in direct mail is a loans provider who put a large volume of mail through the post before the post office had its wobbly. I love that. That's great. They found response rates on mail were almost 100 times higher. So email compared to email outside lists, email outside lists were giving us between 0.1 and 0.5%, which, isn't all that terrible. I ran a company on a 5.5%. It had a high average order size, but I would guess loans would too. So the mail was giving us between 3 and 5% in terms of response rate. So anyway, it looks like 10 times higher, but that's all right. Not only did the mail convert better, but the average loan amounts were higher off mail than email. That's an important point to make, which is what we see across the board is that digitally acquired customers are less valuable in the long run by about the mail generates about a 4-time more valuable customer. I don't know what the multiple here was, but she said the loan amounts were higher off mail than email, which meant they attracted a better kind of customer too. So it's definitely worth the extra outlay. And that's wonderful, wonderful insight and background information from South Africa. I really like to see that. Okay, and here's from Craig Huey. Well, Craig gets takes the byline, but down at the bottom, Caleb at Huey Direct is the one you talk to. So I don't know. I'm assuming maybe he's just the assistant or something. But anyway, subject lines make a difference. Does anybody doubt that? Of course they make a difference, right? If you see a subject line that says, dear beneficiary, urgent, that someone's trying to give you $2.5 million, and you better open that email. I think I get more of those kind of emails. One day I just tallied up the amount of money that people wanted to give me, and it was quite a bit. Okay, so Craig says I tested 3 separate subject lines for an email campaign that was going to mainly male investors 50 years and older. And I'm guessing this is a prospect email. Okay, and it had to be sufficiently accurate and tame to get past regulatory agencies and bypass filters. The first subject line read, 100 million merger sparks growth opportunities for Homeland Security firm. The second read, Homeland Security merger creates $100 million company. The third was, merger creates 100 million Homeland Security leader. Okay, now which do you think did best? Pause, pick, make your pick. I'm not going to help you here. Now, one of the things that Craig pointed out that I really liked was that in an average subject line, the only thing the recipient sees is the first part. So now let's try figuring out which one has the greatest appeal if you're only looking at this part and this part and this part. And the answer is, I better double check this. The answer is Homeland Security merger creates $100 million company. So the second subject line, which I did like, this one is number one. Okay. And the second one had a 66% higher, 0.66, than the first subject line, which was higher than the third. So this one was the worst of it, and this one was second. I don't think I can make a 2. I'll give this one a plus. Okay, so that one's got a plus, this one's got a star, and this one's got a minus. Okay, got it? Okay, and then he goes on to say that the winning subject line really was Homeland Security merger creates, and that's all you see. And really good, I really like that special tip that, sometimes headlines are really too long. Here's one that's way too long. I think that's probably to get the SEO working, and the SEO may fight against the brevity of the headline. Anyway, good work for today. Be careful what you listen to, because it's April Fool's, and you might be talking to me. Have a great day. Like and share. Your friends will know you're smart. Bye-bye.